Hello everybody. Well, that went well. You can tell it's been a while because of that. Whoops. So as you can see, I'm still not in my own office. I'm still in my own studio. I'm still somewhere else. Because of the weather, there's been a giant heat wave. It's been terrible. It's been really fucking hot. The construction work has been delayed a little bit longer because, you know, painting and stuff doesn't work that well when it's like really hot. So it'll take a little bit longer. So I'm still somewhere else, which is fine. But of course, it has been harder for me to make videos. I've also taken a little bit of a break following my, departure from my, well, not so chosen departure from Curse very unexpectedly. Yeah, I'm coming back now. I'm creating some videos again. I'm not promising any schedule or any, anything of the sorts whatsoever. I'm just doing my best here to do what I can, now to have a little bit of a moment, a little bit of time, a little bit of room and space to actually record some things. So we're going to cover some of the things that I wanted to cover after basically getting back into things, into the gaming world, and basically getting my head back on track after everything that happened. For those of you who do care, by the way, I will make an update video once I'm home talking about what is going to happen, what I'm doing, how I'm going to fix things, all of those things. But that'll be covered later. For now, for those of you who are new to my channel, hi, welcome. There hasn't been a lot of content recently. This is why. Now, we're going to check out No Man's Sky next. No Man's Sky. It's probably one of the most controversial things you can ever talk about in the world of gaming, if you're being honest, really. It wasn't the greatest game ever, really. When it got released, it was full of lies and deception, and people were deceived and felt hurt and lied to, really, when this game got released. And you can't blame them, because this guy, Sean, I think his name is, I'm not just going to bash him, by the way. There will be other points that I will cover him, because there are definitely some positives to take away from this as well. But he lied about the hype. He overhyped this game. He lied about what was in it. Not saying that it's not going to be in it, because a lot of things he has implemented now, but it's been 2 years. People paid $60 for a game they were extremely excited about. Imagine buying The Witcher 3. It's my favorite game of all time. It's why I grab back to that often, awful long times. Like, imagine grabbing The Witcher 3 for $60, which is well worth, by the way. The game is worth probably double and it will still be worth it, but I'm happy that it isn't, don't get me wrong. But like, imagine grabbing that game and being like, oh yeah, the actual storyline, that's later. You just have this world now. There's no monster contracts or quests. You can just walk around, really, and loot stuff. For now, though. Give me 2 years and you have a storyline. Like, you get how that works. It's a bit different, of course. No Man's Sky is a different kind of game, and I totally understand that. But you get the concept here. It just wasn't well done and executed, and people were disappointed by it. And a lot of day one players have turned their backs on the game. No Man's Sky next is, in combination of it coming to the Xbox as well, which is totally unnecessary, because who plays Xbox anymore? Am I right? I'm kidding. For those of you who love Xbox, I'm kidding. A little bit. We got a new update. I'm not sure what's in the new update. I'm guessing that this trailer is going to tell me. What I do know is that it brings multiplayer in it. Finally, which was promised on day one, it does bring it back. It does bring it into the game now and is a full. I think you can actually play co-op with your friends, switch to a world with a lot of stuff that you had in the previous world, which I really enjoy. That's cool. Go into a friend's world, do your stuff there. Then if you go back, you have all the stuff that you made. Not made, but like gathered and looted and stuff. You have that in your own world as well once you go back. So that seems to be implemented quite well. All of that seems to work. There's obviously going to be some bugs. I think there's a patch out for the bugs as well already, because a game like this is going to have bugs, especially looking at the size of the company. It's like a dozen or so people. It's understandable. What I do want to say for No Man's Sky, though, before we actually go into this, is they could have walked away. You know, they sold roughly around 3 to 4 or even 5 million copies of a $60 game. That is a lot of money. A lot of money. Now, obviously, not all of that is profit. You know how a company works. But they made a shit ton of money from this game. Like, a lot. And a lot of it was made over lies and overhyping. Now, however, they could have walked away and they didn't. They stayed. They have tried to make this game better. Now, you can say, because of the amount of money that they made, they are A, they kind of need to, and B, they have the resources to. So that's probably also a reason why. But let's forget that for a bit. At least they did it. They are still there, and they are trying to make up for what they have. All the DLCs are free. They could have made them paid as well. So all of that is good stuff. And what I've heard, this game is actually coming together right now. So if you don't know that yet, you might want to check out No Man's Sky again, because I've heard that it's getting together now and it's actually becoming an enjoyable experience, the one that was supposed to be 2 years ago. Now, we're going to check out No Man's Sky next, the trailer, because I'm kind of curious what this is all about. Here we go. Fantasy violence. I like this intro, it's like a 90s TV show or film. Oh, look at that on the water, that's cool. I haven't seen that before. The game looked lush and really good from, in the trailers, but obviously that really wasn't delivered that much. But from what I've heard, the mechanics is what has improved massively, and it also looks and runs better. So we see multiplayer here, we see multiple people. Different environments. Of course, the open world is something that this game really has done well. The traveling of of space and the planets. So all this looks good, looks promising. You can go into space without a loading screen. I love that about it, by the way. The different environments, of course. You can actually raid these ships now properly and do quests and stuff. That's been implemented as well, I've heard. A robot army? The races actually speak and do stuff now, I've heard, in the space stations. No Man's Sky next. It's finally here, and it's finally making this game playable, from what I've heard. So again, what I've heard is that it brings an awful lot of new things to the table. I think it implements you finally being able to actually go into space stations, people actually walking around and doing stuff, you being able to learn languages and talk to them, you can actually raid these big ships, you can finally, do multiplayer, play with your friends. There's little more that, like, decisions that you have to make. It's not just an open world with nothing in it really, that just kills you and wants you to mine and grind to build stuff. It's no longer Minecraft. the very first version of Minecraft, basically. So that is a really good thing. I really appreciate that they're still working on this. Again, albeit because they made a shit ton of money from it, so they kind of have to and they can. It's like, you have to think of those things, but on the other hand, a company such as Ubisoft or EA would probably have let it go. Maybe not Ubisoft, but EA definitely would have probably just let it go. And I appreciate that I do that. I appreciate that they're still going at it. I read an interview with this guy once, Sean. Like, he doesn't seem to fully understand what he did wrong, but at least he is doing this. He is making sure that we get free DLCs, free updates to make this game into what it was. In the interview, actually, he says that the company was out of money, that they had like a couple months delay, and that they needed to implement so many things. And he was actually happy with the way they put out the game, which is a weird thing to say. But like, what he's done, the plan behind this was there was no money to make this game the way it was. That's just it being a bad calculation, whether that been that or a lie or something of the sorts. The plan was to basically hype this game up, from what I think, this is not confirmed, this is just my speculation, to hype this game up so much to sell the amount of copies that they did and to make the amount of money that they did to be able to support this game longer and therefore actually create the game they wanted to create in the first place. Now, ethically, that's not the best thing to do whatsoever, but at least people who bought the game at some point, your $60 will at some point be worth it now. So I can imagine, though, that people have too many hard feelings and too many bad tastes when it comes to this game now and left it behind. But if you did buy it and you have kind of still got it on your Steam somewhere, you haven't refunded it, this update should make this game an awful lot better. So if you want to check it out, I would want you to do that and let me know how it is. I haven't bought the game because I myself was a little bit iffy and I was waiting for reviews, and obviously those didn't turn out too well. So, but at some point I will probably hopefully get this game and check it out, because now it actually looks like a game worth playing. So yeah, that's it. No Man's Sky next. Again, sorry for the circumstances, maybe the different audio, but the echo and stuff. It's not a studio. This is just the living room that I'm in temporarily. I will get back to my studio in a couple weeks and hopefully get back to normal schedule-wise as well. Thank you so much for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next video. A couple more are on their way, and we'll have to see how the schedule goes. Don't expect too much from me, but I won't be leaving this channel just quite yet. Thank you for watching, and until the next time. Bye bye.